Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, wherever you are. There is this one thing I want to talk about. It has so much to do with our Christianity and church going. Many of us spend most of our time going to church, believing that we are doing the will of God. But at the time you come closer to them, you will discover that they are living in pure wickedness. They don't even know what it means to love somebody. They don't even know what it means to cherish somebody. They don't even know what it means to sympathize with somebody. They are always living in absolute wickedness. Everything they do is all about challenges. We want to be better than this person, we want to be better than the other person, we want to be better than the other person. And nobody should be better than us. When I see such people, I feel so much ashamed. And I ask myself, why are we wasting our time going to church? What are we doing there? So, and in this coronavirus time now where we are, the COVID-19 has shown us a lot of things again. You see, many people don't know how to show love to other people. What they care for is, I go into my house with my family. We have reserve, we can eat, we can drink. I don't care what happened to my neighbor. Those are the Christians that sit down in the front seat of the church every Sunday. And such people, you can see, are for me non-believers. Because if you believe in God, you will remember what Jesus told us. In every commandment that were so many, he was able to cut it down and said, love your neighbor the way you love yourself, and that's all you need. Why are we not loving? If you do love your neighbor, you can't harm your neighbor. If you do love your neighbor, you cannot do amicable with your neighbor. You cannot talk about your neighbor's secret. You cannot accuse the wife of your neighbor if you love your neighbor. You cannot accuse the husband of your neighbor if you love your neighbor. You cannot even laugh at the baby or the kids of your neighbor, even when they are not well dressed and well fed. You always appreciate them, help them whenever you can. That is what makes you a good Christian and a good neighbor. I noticed that most people, especially in Africa, are seeing it as a responsibility of somebody else to take care of their own life for them. Imagine somebody sitting in his or her own house, waiting for somebody from somewhere to send him money to pay his bills or her bills, to buy his or her food for the family to live. You begin to ask yourself, is this person handicapped? Why are we so lazy sometimes? Now, this coronavirus has been able to expose so many people. Let me say, you might even, I personally have been able to try my own little way. I've touched the life of more than 30 to 40 individuals, home and abroad. But ask me, how many people has asked me, how am I doing? How may I help you? And even show love to me. I am the one, I'm showing love. I remember some people tomorrow. I remember next tomorrow. I'm not a billionaire. Neither am I even a multimillionaire. But I do it on my own will because it touches my mind. I can't remember the last time I was sitting down in the front seat of in any church. There is a proverb in English. He said, a clear conscience does not need any salvation. If you respect God and you know what is written in the Holy Book and you dwell in it, you may not need to go to church to practice Christianity. But I wonder why some people who go to church every Sunday should come out and exhibit wickedness. Their word, what they say is wickedness. What they do is wickedness. The way they react is wickedness. When they have problem with you, there is no forgiveness. They can even kill with their own mind. Such people should please try and change. This coronavirus has shown us that there is no guarantee in our life. There is no value to our wealth. The only thing you gain from your wealth is that one you eat in your mouth and the one you use to help poor masses. Imagine you have 20 million naira in the bank or 200 million in the bank now. What are you doing with it? You cannot even travel to import or export. You may die leaving that money for one idiot that you call your son or your daughter, or even your wife that may not even love you. Whomever that may take over that money will not know what you suffered for that money. But I tell you one thing, any single person you helped in your life with the little one you have will not forget you. They may not appreciate you, but they will not forget you. Take my word for it. Therefore, keep helping people if you can. Don't mind people who forget you. Don't mind people who comes to you only when you have something. Don't mind people who take you for a fool for giving them help one time or the other. Don't mind them. Your God will judge them. It's not your problem. Because you gave them with goodwill. If they call you a bushman, take it that way. If they call you a bushwoman, take it that way. Doesn't matter. You have done your job. You have done your duty. The rest is for God to judge. You are not giving anybody something to get a feedback or to get a return. No, you are doing it to satisfy your conscience and to do the will of God. So keep doing good, my dear brothers and sisters. Therefore, try to touch lives of people in every level you are. If you can give people just pure water, please help give the pure water to whomever you can give the pure water to. If you can help some people with your word of advice, please do it with some word of advice. If you can help some people with the food you already cooked in your house, give it to them and let them have it. If there is anybody you can help with 1,000 naira or $100, please do it as long as your conscience directed you to do so. By so doing, you are helping the poor masses and you are feeding the poor masses, and everybody who gets it from you, you have been able to bless one or two people. You could be saving somebody's life with 1,000 naira without knowing. I don't want to talk about my own experience because those are the things you keep for yourself private. I don't give to get thank you. I give to please myself and please my God. And I therefore say to everybody, be your brother's keeper. Do not say, I am comfortable with my family and I don't care what other people are saying about me. No. Look at the big people dying today. Their own life is not different from our own life. But God knows whom to take at a time. Now that we are living, we should be grateful to God. And it is not what name a person is called that matters, but what difference he's been alive that make the world around him. What will people remember you with when you are no more? That is the first question you should ask yourself. Will people say, What a very good man. Or should people say, nah, let that wicked man go. Let me see road. This is the question you should ask yourself. You must not be a millionaire to touch the life of people around you. You can do it with the little one you have. And this is my preaching to every one of you out there. Do not wait until your house is filled with wealth before you can think of your cousin, your brother, your sister, your friends, even the street boys. Give them whatever you have. If each and every one of us should take it upon ourselves to help 3 people every day, there will be no poor person on the street. There will be no angry person on the street. There should be poor people, but no angry person on the street after 2 weeks. Therefore, let us take it, let us learn it as a new character, trying to help other people, trying to put smile in the face of other people. The way it is done in every other part of the civilized world. Let us not be wicked to our brothers and sisters. Learn how to forgive people. Learn how to share love with people. And then we must learn also how to teach our children hard working. Most children at the moment are very, very backward when you talk about hard work. They want to make money. They really want to make money. They really want to live a good life, but they are not ready to work hard. That is my observation, and I want every one of us to see if it is that way in your own side. Try to correct your children, because I do that to my own children and to everybody around me. Money doesn't come without work. You have to do something. You have to start somewhere. Then promotion will come. Advancement will come. This is the way it is done. So, and for those of us who think we can sit down and wait for our husband or our wife to achieve something for us to enjoy, no, it doesn't happen that way. It's not right. Do not depend on any promises, fake promises, because a promise is sure only when it is reality. Something can fail you at the last minute. So if you are depending on somebody's effort to survive, it's okay. But it will be better if you have your own plans, if you have your own things to do, so that if the other one fails, your own may succeed. Our people used to say a proverb, "Onye mofu ụzọ amaghị ezi." Therefore, he who knows one road does not know any road. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You must make sure that there are alternative sources of income in every home. That's the only way there will be peace. Otherwise, it may be too much for either the wife or the husband or a child that is sponsoring that family. Therefore, it will be good that you do any little thing you can to assist your own family, as a child, as a husband, as a wife. Your support must not always be financially. Your support can also be moral. It depends on the one you can give. But make sure you are useful with your time. I'm advising that, especially after this corona. We are going to survive the corona. But at the moment this corona will stop, those of you who has no job, please try go and find yourself a job. Those of you who did not learn anything to do, please go and learn a job. Go and learn something doing, so that you can sustain your family together with your children and make a very successful family. Being a successful family does not mean you must be rich. Being a successful family means when you are satisfied with what you have and you are happy with what you have, and everybody around is happy and things is moving steady, and not just we are not sure of tomorrow. When you are sure of your tomorrow is when you are successful. The next thing we must look at is trying to save money from the little we get. Because most of us are living above our earning. That I must say. Especially our young ladies. If you earn 80,000 naira in a month and you spend 60,000 in buying clothes and fixing your nails on your hair, I don't know how much you could save out of it. It means somebody must pay for your rest bills. But if we can cut our coat according to our size, by spending according to our income, especially the women, I think we should be helping our boyfriends, we should be helping our husband, and we should be helping our household with that. I don't want to talk too much about this, but I want to tell you people that it is very, very important for everybody, if you are independent of yourself and you know you can do this without calling on anybody, and you do it and it goes. There is a pride in it. There is a joy in it. Take my word, and may God continue to bless you all. In Jesus' name, amen.